Be loyal to yourself. I cannot believe I am talking to a group of men who I'm having to tell, put yourself as a priority, black man. You are a priority. You matter. Your life matters. You matter. Every other group of men on this planet moves like they matter. We move like we are fucking utilities, beasts of burdens, and things to be used by other people. I reject that. We matter.
I can respect it.
Nobody is saying that we don't respect ourselves. Nobody is saying that. You are doing shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right by saying that the men that you've talked to, completely random individuals from all over the fucking country, said the same shit to you, Kevin. And you're still saying that these men don't respect themselves, don't hold themselves first. I think that they do, but I think what's happening is that they're challenging your opinions. And you don't like that. I think it's that simple.
Sorry. Jeff, I'll bring you back. I didn't mean to cut you. I didn't mean for you to get cut off. Man, look, I realize that I didn't come to this easily. I sit in this chair night after night. I'm out here all the time. And I'm thinking about men. And I counsel with men, talk to men who are good, solid men who want wives and families and cannot find a woman who is willing to even be nice and fit. Anyway.
You are beating a dead horse. You know why? Women don't want to get married. Point blank period. They don't want to get married. It's not just black men that are experiencing this issue. It's white men too. Why do you think so many white men are coming to this fucking channel? Not to this channel, to the red pill space. Why? The red pill came from white men. Let's talk about that shit. The red pill came from white men. Now, obviously, there were a lot of different other races involved with it. But the PUA community was mostly white men and other races. Sprinkled here and there that heard about it and shit like that. Created the red pill. From all of these dating techniques and advice of the PUAs, created the red pill. Learn the history of this shit. It's not just black men that are experiencing this lack of women wanting to marry and shit like this. This is a global pandemic. This is a global issue. It's a global issue. We're in the OnlyFans era. Women don't want to do this shit. Point blank.
All right. But here we go. What's the disagreement with Mr. T? There you go. Hello.
How you doing, Mr. Sanders?
Well, what's the disagreement?
Okay, I don't have a disagreement. It's more so, it's an issue to address, and it's also a question, right?
Okay, it has to be a disagreement though. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, no,
okay.
I don't.
Okay, so
I did not come.
Hold on. So if you have a disagreement, raise your hand. I want to make it very clear. My preference is black women. I want black women to do better for black men who want them. I want you to go back on, I challenge any one of you to go find a stream where black women are talking about opening, expanding their options, dating, where you have women calling in to argue the female host down and saying, no, we need to stay with our men. What you will hear more often than not is these dudes are three-bag dusties and busties and crusties and they should be left and their mama, we shouldn't have no baby. Do you realize? I'm asking you to just to make yourself a priority like every other person, every other group does. When Serena married her husband, she made herself a priority. She went where she was celebrated, not tolerated, right? When Eve went from being the pit bull of rap to be so-and-so, she went where she was celebrated and tolerated, right? But see, what I hear too often is a group of men who are raised in a gynocracy to put mama up on a pedestal and to think of yourself as something less than. You matter.
And so as such to the black men that want black women, you do matter. We know that. You know what your solution is to find the wife, the one, the whatever. If you are trying to do that shit, you guys, create her. You create that woman. You condition her. You train her. She's a project. You mold her. You have to train these girls. Otherwise, go out and get a Becky, get a Marisol, get a Mylin, and contradict yourself.
There are plenty of black women who agree with what I'm saying and will gladly sit back and say, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, I ain't worried about them. They got to outcompete me because I got home field advantage. Why are we not taking this from the positive standpoint? Why are we not taking this from a positive standpoint and saying Keisha ain't worried about competition because they playing?
We already know that. We've done this for the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you guys. Like, we can do this all day. We don't have no issue about making fun of Keisha and talking shit like that. But at the same time, we are men of integrity and men of honor. We're not going to bend our morals and moralities and the things that we want because women can't act up. You know what we're going to do instead? We're going to be strong fucking men, stand our ground, and get what the fuck we want. Now, if you do prefer to go outside your race, do it by all means. We don't give a fuck. But these men are listening to Kevin because they do want black women. But unfortunately, they don't have the answers on how to get the wife that they want. And so they think Kevin is the man for that. Is he? Is he? Look, you got to create the wife that you want. You just got to do it. If she don't want to be molded, she don't want to bend to what you want, she doesn't want to take your ideas and shit like that, go somewhere else with it. Find another black woman that'll do that. Come on.
Why are we assuming that just because you decide to open your spread, open your horizons, that automatically means black women just...
Let me just say this one last time. It's so funny that so many men come over on this channel, talk about red pill this, red pill that, red pill whatever. His channel is about marriage. This is purple pill shit in its core. What are a lot of these men even fucking talking about red pill this, red pill that? You're watching a channel dedicated on getting married. He's got some good shit. No one's knocking it. The content he says has aspects of red pill in it, but he's about the purple pill shit. Sounds silly.
Just lose. They only lose if they don't do anything. Again, raise your hand for the disagreement. But we don't have that much time. One hand is raised, but I can't see the hand that's raised. Where is it? Bradley. Go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing, Kevin?
I am well. How old are you?
32. My birthday is today, actually.
Happy birthday. What's the disagreement?
Thank you. No disrespect to your time or your show. I just want to make sure that I understand. Is the topic that we should have the option to date outside our race, or that it should be that we should date outside our race?
No, I said the option. Expand your horizons.
Expand your horizons. Okay, on that note, I'm not going to take any more of your time. I agree with you.
All right. Okay. But I also need you guys to understand something. You need to ask yourself a question. The kind of man who can expand his horizon is a man who is valuable. Just because you say expand your horizon don't mean it's going to work. Just like the first guy said, how are we going to navigate that? You're going to have to bring something to the table, because you can't just see. My position is I think we take each other too lightly. And nobody's happy with getting a minimum, a monopoly minimum. Hello? AM?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? How are you?
Hi.
What's the issue?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.